Shalom and good evening. This is TV7 Israel News broadcasting to you from Jerusalem. And in today's top stories, Jews across Israel erect tabernacles, or Sukkot in Hebrew, to commemorate the biblical journey of the people of Israel through the desert to the Promised Land. Protesters in Jordan continue to voice their objections to a $10 billion gas deal with Israel. The Iraqi Prime Minister announces the start of an offensive to retake the city of Mosul, the capital of the Islamic State So-called Caliphate. Jews across Israel erected tabernacles, or Sukkot in Hebrew, to commemorate the biblical journey of the people of Israel through the desert to the Promised Land. It is a biblical holiday celebrated on the 15th day of the Jewish month of Tishrei. During the existence of the biblical temples, it was one of the three pilgrimage festivals on which Israelites were commanded to perform a pilgrimage to the temple. The holiday lasts 7 days in Israel and 8 days abroad, at the end of which it also signifies the feast of Simchat Torah, when synagogues complete the reading of the Bible and celebrate it with dancing and singing. Meanwhile, the IDF imposed a general closure on the West Bank and the crossings to the Gaza Strip. The closure will be lifted tomorrow at midnight after the first part of the Feast of Tabernacles. IDF officials said that entry would be permitted only in humanitarian, medical, and exceptional cases. Now to Israel's eastern neighbor, where protesters in Jordan's capital Amman took to the streets yet again over the weekend, voicing their objections to a $10 billion gas deal that the Hashemite kingdom recently signed with its western neighbor, Israel. The deal, which will supply some 1.6 trillion feet of gas to Jordan's national electric power company, marks a significant step forward in Israel's efforts to exploit its offshore gas reserves, although it is still looking for additional partnerships with both Turkey and Egypt, which would give Jerusalem far more export volume and the possibility of linking up with European markets. The gas will come from Israel's Leviathan natural gas fields, located in the Mediterranean Sea, which is owned by a joint American-Israeli group. Even though the Jordanian National Power Company signed the gas agreement with the American part of the Leviathan group to avoid public scrutiny, Jordanian protesters accused their government of acting on political considerations rather than national interests.
We're here against the gas agreement because it's pure political one. It's not in the interest of the Jordanian people in economically. We're buying gas that nobody else is buying, and we're losing with this.
غاز العدو احتلال. هذه الاتفاقية لا مصلحة وطنية ولا خيار استراتيجي ولا اتفاقية اقتصادية. هذه اتفاقية سياسية بامتياز. الهدف منها هو مزيد من التقارب والتطبيع مع هذا الكيان المجرم. لا يمكن القبول فيها، والمطلب الرئيسي لحكومتنا هو إلغاء هذه الاتفاقية.
While Israel and Jordan signed a peace agreement in 1994, relations are not always good between the two countries, but as economic ties deepen, Israel hopes they will improve, a hope voiced often by Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, who plays up Israel's potential as an economic partner with Sunni Arab countries in the region. In that respect, the gas deal with Jordan represents a breakthrough. Nevertheless, it is important to know that more than half of Jordan's population of 9.5 million are of Palestinian roots. Now to an incident on the Jordanian border with Syria, where a suicide bomber believed to be a member of the Islamic State killed 3 people and wounded at least 20 others in an attack on an outpost at a refugee camp on the border between Syria and the Hashemite kingdom. The outpost, which is on the Syrian side of the border, is manned by Syrian rebels of Jaish al-Asher. The attack comes amid intensified efforts across Syria and Iraq to capture Islamic State territory, as the extreme Muslim group is on the defensive. Now to the northern part of the war-torn country, where the Syrian village of Dabik was conquered by Turkish-backed rebels after intensive battles with the Islamic State. The announcement came during a joint press conference of Turkish Foreign Minister Mevlut Çavuşoğlu and his United Arab Emirates counterpart Al Nahyan.
Dabık bölgesi tamamen şu anda muhaliflerin eline geçti. Elbette o bölgede birçok köyler var, Ondan sonra küçük yerleşim birimleri var. DAEŞ tüm buraları kontrol altında tutuyordu. Ama buralara yönelik de emin adımlarla ılımlı muhalefet, Özgür Suriye Ordusu ilerliyor. Ve hedef tabii El-Bab'a kadar giderek Münbiç bölgesini tamamen DAEŞ terör örgütünden kurtarmak.
The captured village of Dabiq is highly significant as the extreme Muslim group had promised to fight there a final apocalyptic battle against the West. Its defeat at Dabiq, for a long time a stronghold of the Islamic State's propaganda, underscores the group's declining fortunes this year as it suffers battlefield defeats in Syria and Iraq and lost a string of senior leaders in targeted airstrikes. Meanwhile, in Iraq, Prime Minister Haider al-Abadi announced the start of an offensive to retake the city of Mosul, the capital of the Islamic State So-called Caliphate.
يا أبناء شعبنا العزيز، يا أبناء محافظة نينوى الأحبة، لقد دقت ساعة الانتصار وابتدأت عمليات تحرير الموصل. أعلن اليوم ابتداء هذه العمليات البطلة لتحريركم من بطش وإرهاب داعش، وإن شاء الله قريبا نلتقي في أرض الموصل لنحتفل جميعا بتحريرها وبخلاصكم، ولنعيش مرة أخرى بجميع أدياننا وبجميع طوائفنا أحبة متكافئين متعاونين، نقف جميعا للاقتصاص من جرائم داعش وإعادة بناء هذه المحافظة الطيبة.
The assault on the city of Mosul is backed by the US-led coalition and is said to be one of the biggest military operations in Iraq since the 2003 US-led invasion that toppled Saddam Hussein.
والله ورا منظور برزه وقتی داعش قوت برانبری ما هیچ نبود است برای فروخان هر حسابیان بنا کرد ورا پشمریه زور برزه لبروای برزه اما ضد گروپ کیش دکن شر دکن که ضد بشریت اما با خوب ما و زانیم به انسانیت به دیانت هر تشتی بید دبیتوانه برخل.
Prior to the war, the population of Mosul numbered some 2 million people. It is also the location where the leader of the Islamic State, Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi, proclaimed a caliphate in Iraq and Syria. Now to the Swiss city of Lausanne, where Syrian talks convened by U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry ended after more than 4 hours of discussions without any joint ministerial statement from the 9 countries attending. Secretary Kerry was seeking a new path to peace in Syria after failing to secure a ceasefire and direct talks with Russia amid mounting international outrage over the Russian and Syrian bombardment of rebel-held areas of the Syrian city of Aleppo. Kerry hosted Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov and 7 foreign ministers from the region, including from Iran, Iraq, Saudi Arabia, Turkey, Qatar, Jordan, and Egypt. Lavrov, who had said he had no special expectations for the meeting, later told Russian news agencies that the countries had agreed to continue contacts in the near future aimed at ending the Syria conflict. Talking to print journalists, Kerry said the talks had a good consensus on a number of possibilities that could lead to a nationwide cessation of hostilities in the war-torn country, but noted that there were some challenges ahead amid tension with Moscow. Europe was not represented at the meeting held in a luxury hotel in Lake Geneva, but France's Foreign Minister Jean-Marc Ayrault confirmed that foreign ministers of like-minded nations plan to meet in London to discuss Syria. Thank you for watching us. You can also watch us at TV7israelnews.com or TV7.fi. For any comments, please send your emails to israelnews@tv7.fi. For more updates from Israel and the region, please join our Facebook page at TV7 Israel News. Praying for the peace of Israel and the peace of Jerusalem. I'm Jonathan Essen. Have an Erev Tov and Chag Sameach. We will see you again tomorrow at the same time.
In order to donate to TV7 Israel News, please follow these simple steps. First, press the Donate logo, located at the bottom left side of TV7 Israel News Facebook page, or on the Donate tab at the head of the page. Then insert the amount you'd like to donate, and fill in your credit card information. Just like this. And press Review Donation and continue. After reviewing your donation details, please press Donate to finalize your donation. That's it! Your donation is now complete, and an email with your donation details has been sent to your email address. You can also print your donation receipt by pressing the link here. Thank you for supporting TV7 Israel News.